Hey guys, Joshua's Boosters here and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. This video will not be a happy-go-lucky one. If you're hoping to see Lightsworn just annihilate every deck in the format, you can just click away basically. This video will be all realism and just kind of show where this deck or how this deck holds up in the current format, which is I don't want to spoil too much, but could be better. It could be better. But yeah, we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look at the deck list first, and then after that, I'm gonna show you guys a replay, of course. When looking at the deck list, I'm also gonna talk about some cards I'm gonna swap out, and the reason why will become obvious when we're watching the replay. But I will talk about a little bit, of course, already. So yeah, let's just hop right into the deck list. I'm still playing the Arch Nemesis Escatos, whatever you or you know, I don't know for sure how you pronounce it, but Escatos sounds right, I think, because the Nemesis engine is actually pretty nice. So I'm still happy with the 3 flag, 1 umbrella, and 1 Escatos. That is fine, sort of. But I'm probably keeping that in the deck. Then I'm playing the Chaos Dragons, with Buster and Collapse Serpent, along with the Chaos Space, and then Chaos Space can also potentially add Legionnaire or this guy. Right, because you can't be normal summoned. So yeah, those are the targets for the Chaos Space. I also think this engine is really strong. Definitely not cutting that. Those cards aren't nice. Then playing Malicious. This card is also nice. Then I am playing Lumina. I also still think this card is quite good. Of course, you can discard a card to revive Lightsworn, and then potentially card you discard has a graveyard effect, so that's pretty nice. The vanilla Lumina, and then we have the gothic girlfriend Lumina here, the Twilight Sworn. I'm not so sure about her. Her effect is cool, and it can potentially help you set up more, but you really need a lot of stuff to actually make this worth it. Where I previously played it in like way back in the 60 cards Predaplant, Brilliant Fusion, Grass deck. And then you could actually get this off relatively easily, but let's just wave her out. Bye Lumina Twilight Sworn. Then I'm still playing the Minerva. I think she's just good to have as a target in the deck for what's it called, Hulky. Yeah, don't really have much to say about her. As you can see, opposed to the previous incarnation of the deck, I'm now playing Mizuki, Solitaire, and Uni Zombie. So let's just I'll put those over here. And then also, of course, Plague Spreader, because Mizuki can also potentially revive Plague Spreader. Just some more actually really good normal summons, because Solitaire, of course, is just 1 card. Hulky Firebacks. And then they are just more good cards to mill, specifically Mizuki, of course, which I think the deck was lacking a little bit and just helps you push a little bit more. So I am definitely liking this engine, actually, for now. I might even go like a little bit bigger on the zombie engine and start playing stuff like Global Bloom and Zombie World, maybe even. I'm probably gonna test that in the next video, because that seems fun. And I know a lot of people would have liked to see the Zombie World deck as well, so I might as well just like make a little mix in the series, right? Then Raiden, I mean, obviously just the best lights for normal summon. Aside from Lumina, if Raiden is already in the graveyard. I'm still on Recover. I think Recover is it's alright. I'm not cutting it from the deck just yet, but it might definitely be cut later. And then still the 1 Chaos Creator. This should probably still be more or less. I'm not sure yet. From the games I've tested, I've also mostly never seen this. So yeah, then the PK stuff. I know. I think a lot of people in the comments said that the PK stuff wasn't. They didn't think it was that good, but I'm still a pretty big fan of it. Like, if you really get going, setting up Folkblades alongside with Imperial Order and Boral Savage is just really strong. So yep. Triple Wolf, sacking people with mills is nice. I'm even considering putting in Felice. Then Kill Space, I talked about this. Charge should be obvious. Foolish should be obvious. Rota should be obvious. Solar Recharge. I think this card is good. I don't want to cut it just yet. It helps you get rid of the bad Lightsworns in your hand if you open multiples, or if you just open Wolf and then also set up your graveyard. Melody I still think is a good card, and then still the order for the Griffin combo, the Fog Blades, and the Shade Brigandine. Enough to complain about that. I did make a side deck, but I just threw it together quite quickly. As you can see on the right part here, we have all the anti-back row stuff against stun decks, and then this is mostly against combo, just board breaker cards, and then Phantasmate to potentially draw into the board breaker cards. Yep. I don't think there's too much to explain about those choices. However, in the specific game I'm going to be showing you, I found out that the board breaker cards are nice, but the extra deck's actually kind of lacking in extra deck cards that help you actually break the board after you've negated their cards. So I'm definitely going to swap out some cards from the extra deck to make room for cards that serve that purpose. But yeah, for the replay I'm going to be showing you my extra deck was Boral Savage, Chaos Ruler, Formula Synchron to combo with the Calamity. I still think this is very strong, but you won't see it come up in this specific replay because I'm playing against more of a back rowish deck. Then I'm playing the Archfiend Abyss, but I'm probably gonna cut that card just because I don't really think it comes up a lot or will come up a lot, and there's probably just better cards to play than the one Minerva. I just really, out of principle, don't want to cut this, but not the best card. The Sky Prison, I do really like this card. Appaloosa, obviously. Barricade Board Blocker, I like this card to get rid of stuff from your hand, and also just to set up for Rusty. Hulky Firebreaks, obviously. Curious should also speak for itself. Griffin to combo with Curious. Link Rebo, this card is just gonna disappear. It was in there for the recovery in the first draft of the deck, but then it's just really not necessary anymore. Striker Dragon, I am keeping this, it just helps you trigger the little dragons. And then the Rusty. So I do have one open spot. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. Because I am gonna tweak with the extra deck a little bit. Also depending on if I want to play the zombie stuff. Because if I do play the zombie stuff, I am gonna be playing Link Rebo again. But for now, it is what it is. I guess let's just get into the replay. Alright, so let's get into it. As you see, I did won the rock, paper, scissors, so we'll be going first. Playing against my good friend Yuri Landsman, so thanks again for, of course, to him for helping me test this deck. Because I was just really short on time this week because of private reasons, so didn't really have time to get all into the rated game and try to grind for a good game. So, you know, shout out to him for playing with me. But yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, my hand is charged with Light Brigade, Chaos Space, Lumina, Twilight Storm, Recover, and Solar Recharge. So this hand is the absolute nuts. And you'll see that there's like no obvious combo pattern for this deck. It's just kind of, you know, sack and see what you can do while sacking. So let's see what I did in this case. I'm gonna start with Chaos Space to not mill the dragons. Add Witherbuster, then gonna summon the Witherbuster and go Striker Dragon to add Collapse Serpent before I activate any of the charge or the recharge. Gonna draw an additional card, which is gonna be Melee, which at this point looks kind of bricky, but I am playing the Barricade Board Blocker, so I am able to relatively easily get it into the grave. Then going to go charge, mill, Mizuki, Raiden, and Flag. So Mizuki and Raiden are actually both good mills because it will allow me to go for Lumina and just get a lot of guys on board, and possibly I will be able to get zombies into the grave later. So going to normal summon Lumina here, discard Melee and bring back the Raiden. This means that Solar Recharge will be dead for the rest of the turn, but that's fine. I guess we do need a card to stack to the top of the deck with a Plague Spreader potentially. And I felt that summoning Lumina and discarding the Malicious here to get back the Raiden was more value than actually activating a recharge. So I'm gonna go for Melee. If my opponent did have Nibiru here, then you know, RIP, GG, next game. But luckily he doesn't, and that's also... I mean, I guess I could have gone for Appaloosa and then summon a Mali, but then there's actually no other play, right? So I feel like I kind of just... had to go for it, and since he didn't do Nibiru here, I didn't really feel like it was necessary to play around. I'm gonna mill with the Raiden, mill Plague and another Raiden, so yes, 200 attack boost for the Raiden. The Plague mill is fine, of course. So here I was thinking a lot because there's a lot you can do, but in the end I decided to go for Mizuki, bring back the Plague, and then link Plague, Melee, and Striker Dragger into Rusty, I think. Oh, into Curious, that makes sense, because you do need 3 monsters with the same attribute but different types, and these are Dark Dragon, Dark Zombie, and Dark Warrior, which will allow me to send Imperial Order to the graveyard and then mill 3 more cards to see if I can mill anything good. And I mill insane actually. I do mill Wolf, Silent Boots, and Fogblade. So yeah, I'm a pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh player. Then I'm gonna go Link, Wolf, and Lumina into Barricade Board Blocker, and pitch Recover so I can potentially use it from the Grave Effect later, because I am already almost at 10 extra deck cards. Ending with Buster with Collapse Serpent here. And then Rusty is gonna send Cloak and set a Fogblade, because either Cloak or Boots is gonna be able to get a Shade Brigandine into my hand. And the other Fogblade is already in the graveyard. So adding Shade Brigandine here. Bringing back Boots. And now with Boots and Curious, I'm gonna go Link into Griffin, co-linked to Rusty, discard the Soda Recharge, draw a card, and set the Imperial Order. I am drawing Rota here, but I think literally all the targets in my deck are gone because I'm playing 2 Radiant and 2 Phantom Knights for targets, so it's a little bit unlucky, but it's fine. Then going into Shade Brigandine here, since I did bench the Fogblade for the Boots. Do we have any other graveyard effects left? We do potentially still have the Recover and the Plague Spreader. But first I'm gonna go... I think I was just thinking here, but then in the end I decided to go for Shade Brigandine and go into Burrow Savage. Equip Curious. And what I could do now is go into Hulky Firebrax. But I can't set up for... well, it's... I could potentially go for Hulky Firebrax here. Like, bring back Recover, link with Griffin for Hulky, and then bring back Plague, and that way I do have set up for the, what's it called, the Hot Red Dragon Calamity card. But I think in the end I decided to just keep the resources in Grave, because Griffin is a floodgate on its own as well, you know, everything that's not linked cannot activate its effects. Sorry, special summoned monsters on the field cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. My opponent's gonna draw, and he's just gonna set 4 cards, and you're gonna see he does have full combo. Top decking Wolf here, which is, not the best. I'm just gonna go Battle Phase since I do have a game on board here. He's gonna go Conk, that's fine. Then he's gonna flip Torrential. Of course, I want to negate this with Burrow Savage, but he does have the combo, which is Torrential Strike, which is the best back row deck combo there is. Just destroying my entire field here. And as you can see, honestly, now that my field is wiped, there is not much left for me to do. I do have Recover and Plague Spreader left, and then also the Wither Buster, but honestly, it doesn't really accomplish that much, right? I'm gonna go into this, go into a Hulky, and then Hulky's gonna bring out Minerva, I think, which is the last target in the deck. Oh no, I do have Unis on me in the deck as well, but I'd rather not summon that from the deck just because it's one of the better top decks, potentially. But then, this really, with the extra deck I'm playing, as you've seen, this really doesn't accomplish much, so this was really a good lesson, because there just need to be better cards in the extra deck, so I do actually have follow-ups, because this just doesn't do anything. Right here, I just take out the Hulky to draw a card from Formula and see if I can get anywhere, but I just draw Chaos Space, actually an alright top deck, I have to admit, but he does get into his Eldlich engine, and the traps he has are Strike and Prison, which are both really, really good. I do top deck Solitaire here as well, which is also very strong, so I'm gonna go Chaos Space, dig for Levianeer, and then hopefully just pop all his cards. Oh, no, I'm not popping all. I'm gonna go for Solitaire first. Oh, that's because I want to use the revive effect of Levianeer, I think. But this is pretty rough. I'm gonna be able to draw another card, Mizuki, but I don't have any zombies at the grave anymore because of the prison. So here I'm just gonna pass because I don't really have any play left, which is quite sad. At this point, I'm gonna try to grind it out. I'm gonna Fogblade here just to keep my monster on the field, but top deck Nemesis Flag, which I think is good because I do have Malicious banished and a Malicious engrave. I'm gonna go banish 3 lights to bring back something from the graveyard, but he does have to strike, so that's not gonna happen. Then I'm gonna go normal summon Mizuki, he's gonna allow that. I'm gonna go Nemesis Flag. Nemesis Flag is gonna add Escato, so I'm really trying to make a push here, but honestly, even just a Conquistador is too much to push here, and I don't even know he has the punishments, but I really need the Escatos. Gonna bring out Melly here. Then he's gonna decide to punish. This is quite a good play. He's gonna destroy both my my tuners, just in case I do have some weird play. And I think I did have some synchro plays here. Not that any of them were any good, but of course my opponent doesn't know that. And I'm just gonna pause here, since I know he has the Conquistador, and Escatos is my only play. And if he Conquistadors it, then you know that's rough. He's actually got a tribute summon driver here, which is funny, to bring back the Golden Lords. He gets rid of his Conquistador, which is actually good for me, because that means that potentially Escatos is gonna be able to resolve. He's gonna set one here and then set Sanguine with the Conquistador in end phase. I top deck Levin here, which is again quite a good top deck, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna banish Lights again to bring back Boral Savage. And then I'm gonna overlay those for Sky Prison. But the annoying thing here is it's not even big enough to run over the boosted Lord. So I'm just gonna run over the drive here, see if he has anything to stop the prison. He doesn't. And at this point I'm gonna bring out Escatos. I'm gonna activate the effect, call Zombie, and Escatos actually doesn't need to destroy to resolve the effect. So for after this has resolved, he won't be able to summon zombies anymore. Here's gonna go Extravagance, and I finally get to flip the order, but behold, Broken Line. When a spell card or trap card or monster effect is activated in this card's column while this card is set, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So yeah, that happened. I think this is something he got from Peck, but very funny here. He told me that the main reason is to break what's it called? Stuff like Boral Savage, so, you know, Broken Line and Torrential serves the same purpose as Strike and Torrential. But here it does come in against the order, which is pretty funny. He's just gonna walk over my Militia, since his Lord is actually smaller than both my monsters. Gonna set to, I'm gonna top deck another Wolf. I mean, I did have a lot of good top decks, so that's fine. He's gonna go Broken Line again. Maybe I should have attacked first. But then I couldn't have done the... it's a little bit rough. I decided to just scoop because I'm just really out of any potential good cards. So, yeah. And then I decided to go second, actually. So I'm just going to show both hands. He's going to open a pretty decent hand. No out against Duster or Lightning Storm, though. But let's just take a look at my hand. We have 1 unplayable card, 2 unplayable cards, 3 unplayable cards, 4 unplayable cards, 5 unplayable cards. Well, I guess I could potentially normal summon this. I guess, but I wouldn't really call that a good play. So really have to hope to draw the best cards in existence here. He's gonna go send the Tri-Brigade so he can draw a card and stack one to the bottom, which is fine. He's gonna stack the Golden Lord, which is fine as well. Add punishment, and then he's just gonna set a bunch of cards. Keep the Demise as a potential follow-up. But then I draw another card that literally does nothing. So this is just a harsh reality, right? In the first game I did open the total absolute nuts, and I did have a lot of fun playing out that combo, and it was really cool. But I think my extra deck was just not good enough yet, because I really couldn't get back into the game after the board wipe. And then this is just the reality of the deck. You're playing so many brick cards to make your Lightsworn cards good, and then sometimes you just draw literally all of them. So I'm not gonna commentate too much on what's happening here, but obviously I'm not winning this one. Should go without saying. I think I'm just gonna scoop it up after my next draw, which is another Wolf. So 7 unplayable cards. Nice deck, pro. Lightsworn, not best deck. But yeah, like I said, just a very realistic video. I think this is just part of it, right? This deck is really... it's a chore. I really didn't think it would be so hard to tackle this deck and go with it. But we still have 2 episodes left in this series, so we're gonna see what we're gonna be able to make of it. Like I said, most likely next week I will do an episode with the zombie engine and see if that works better. I think it probably will. This is probably just a little bit too much combo and hope to sack your opponent. But yeah, you know the deal. If you did make it this far into the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment with any ideas you might have, or just, you know, any thoughts you want to share with me. Anyway, my channel is quite small, so I do usually reply to everything. And then, if you haven't subscribed yet but do enjoy this content, I mean, consider subscribing. It doesn't hurt you, it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't hurt anyone, so, you know, might as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!